Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So today, you may notice that it's a little bit of a different video. I've got somebody next to me. It's my younger brother, and he's also a Pokemon fan. We're both big Pokemon fans. He actually collects a lot of the TCG stuff and that sort of stuff. And today, he's going to join me for a video because we actually have a 20-minute gameplay here from a Taiwanese website. And this is, by the way, this is not leaked. This is none of that. This is just proper gameplay that they received. Now, I'll actually read the article. Wait. That was weird. I'm actually gonna read the article here from the Taiwanese website for you first, before we get into the, broader subject and, check out the gameplay. So what they were saying here is that, the Pokemon company is scheduled to launch the Pokemon Dream series. I'm not sure, it's poorly translated Taiwanese, series Nintendo Switch on November 16th. The latest works, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and then it says Ibrahimovic here, which just, let's go Ibrahimovic. So basically they say here, Bahamut G and the Video Game Crazy team have recently been given the opportunity to visit the Pokemon Company in Japan and preempt global exclusive play to, or get exclusive gameplay. This is actually better translated the last time I read it. The video was officially lifted 1 week before the game went on the market. So this was lifted literally yesterday. They lifted the, restrictions on this gameplay so people can check it out. Now, most of you have probably seen this already. I haven't seen it. I've only kind of scrolled through it slightly to kind of see generally what's going on here, but I haven't seen the full thing, and he has not seen much from just Let's Go in general. So I want to get an opinion from somebody who isn't me, okay? Somebody who I know well. He's my brother. We share a room. We've lived together for, how old are you? 15?
15.
Yeah, we've lived together for 15 years. I'm pretty sure he should be able to give me his informed opinion. And you just say what you seriously think. Don't just be instantly negative because I've been negative in this room for whatever amount of time.
Yeah, I'm behind you all the time.
Yeah, exactly. He literally is right behind me when I'm recording. It's really weird. Anyway, so we're gonna get into the actual gameplay here. Now it's muted for obvious reasons, and I'm gonna have to put my face cam, a little bit in the way here. But I think you get the general gist of it. So this is actually the intro screen here, which we have yet to see a single time yet. With the choosing of language, and they're choosing, I guess, Taiwanese or whatever. I'm not sure what the difference is. Taiwanese, Chinese, Japanese. Who are these? I don't know. Either way, but I think it's Taiwanese language. So it's because I think it's in Taiwanese specifically because it's in it says TW here as the URL. So you can notice right here, you are able to choose your, I guess your character outfit. Because this female character, I don't know if you've seen this before, but she doesn't have white hair. You know what I mean? Is this white or is this blonde? Blonde, yeah, blonde. So yeah, blonde hair. We have never seen this blonde hair before either. We've only seen the character in her normal hairstyle and then brown, right? We haven't actually seen it like this, as far as I know. I have a hard time remembering every single thing.
Something I like is they have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, they do. I know. But did you notice this though? This right here.
Oh yeah, doesn't Ash have
No. This. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a reference. I like it. We've mentioned this before. And can you get a potion from the PC? I do wonder. It doesn't seem like you can get a potion from the PC unless I've missed it. But it's a long gameplay. So when you start off the game, they just showed you. Of course, you're not going to be able to Wi-Fi battle and stuff instantly, which makes sense. You were never able to do it in the past either. And there's your rival. Now, tell me, in your opinion, does he look like a good rival?
To be honest, he doesn't look like a good rival because he looks like a child that kind of came out of bed and just can't want to fight. He doesn't look like somebody who wants to beat you.
Okay, that's a
bad description.
Okay, that's a really bad description.
Yeah, really bad. I don't think he looks like a rival.
Okay, so you're just trying to say he doesn't look like a rival. See, I don't think that either, because he looks, how do I say this, he doesn't look distinct enough to me. The only thing that's distinct about him is his pants. You know what I mean? Do you agree with that? That his pants are the only part to make him, stick out a little bit? Because, in all honesty, this guy could be any guy. You know what I mean? I feel like with the previous rivals, they stuck out. You know what I mean?
If you
Gary blue,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it, green.
He always has the necklace, and he
Yeah.
has the shirt,
Yeah.
and he has something that makes
Or
him
even How from Sun and Moon, or Gladion from Sun and Moon, which he's less of a rival, but he's kind of in the same realm. They're at least unique and they have a distinct feeling to them. He doesn't look really distinct. The only thing that's like distinctive about him is those pants, and I don't know why, but they look scuffed.
No. I wanted to say he looks like a main character, somebody that you can play.
Exactly. I
Not
agree with this.
somebody that
He
you
doesn't.
fight.
He doesn't look like a rival. It looks like, because he looks to me. He reminds me of like how he looks like, right? Like he's very reminiscent to you. He's got that face and that hair. Like they look similar. I mean, the character. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, but they look similar, right? So I guess like it's kind of hard to see him as a rival. But anyway, let's continue because I think we stuck too much on that one topic. But apparently he's a friendly rival. But there seems to be because he's apparently gonna give you random stuff, free stuff in the game while you play. But there's also moments where he seems like he's a little bit of a, bad. Yeah, exactly. Don't say that because YouTube's gonna give me, a big slap in the.
The alien.
Anyway, so this is the downstairs, which I think we've already seen this. I think we saw an image of this. And now we're in Palatown, which we've seen a million times. I've seen this so many times. What are your thoughts about this? Do the graphics look good?
This
Does the
looks
world?
nice. I like this. These graphics, I like too. I like the town, but something I don't like is the house looks so big from the inside, and then the outside it looks so small.
Wait, I think it's yeah, that's true. But I think it's better proportion. I mean, comparing to the older games.
But
It's
the
still
older
better
games
proportion.
didn't have these graphics.
Exactly, you're right. So, this is just some general gameplay. They're gonna run around. You've already seen Palatown, I assume, right? I don't know, how many have you played through Kanto before? Well, the plan for me is me and him to do a co-op playthrough of Pokemon Yellow when it comes out. That's kind of our plan. So, or that's my plan, at least. If you want to do it, of course. Sorry, not Pokemon Yellow. Sorry, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I see Yellow because whatever. So we don't even know what this guy's saying or what she's saying. What do you think of the Professor Oak's lab?
Looks like almost the same.
Fair enough.
Think it looks any better or worse?
Fair enough. This is the thing, right? Because this game is just a remake at the end of the day. Like, however you twist it, it's essentially a remake. If you look at it from a different perspective, that's totally okay. I understand. But at the base level, it's just a remake because it doesn't have any brand new Pokemon besides Meltan and Melmetal, and it doesn't have any new areas. It's exactly just the same as Kanto from before. There just isn't much new to it, and the new stuff is also very minuscule. I mean, even in remakes, usually you do get new stuff. This is a remake with way less new stuff, I would say. But I guess that's fine. It is what it is. So there is Oak. So here's the thing, right? Are they gonna show? Okay, so what do you think about the cutscenes, right? When it the animations pop up. What do you feel about that?
The graphics are nice, but something I see is if you look at the trees, they don't match the grass or anything.
You're right. He's not wrong. I feel like the grass in this game, it doesn't serve a purpose. Like, for one, it doesn't match the rest in kind of fidelity, I feel like. Because he's right, it seems a little bit out of place. And I think that's why I thought this game looked like a mobile game. Because it reminds me of the mobile games where their graphics are really scuffed, right? They're like really confusing in general. So basically, I don't know if you probably know this at this point as well, but in this game you can't actually battle Pokemon in the wild.
Yeah, no.
It's
You can
Pokemon
only
Go.
catch
Yeah,
them.
it's
Pokemon Go.
yeah, it's Pokemon Go mechanics. You can see right there, they're just throwing and catching a Pikachu, which is pretty straightforward.
Which I hate. I want to battle them. Fucking kick their asses.
Okay, don't swear because YouTube's gonna give me a skedaddle. Let's see. Okay, so this is just kind of a basic cinematic. Let me know what you think about the next one coming here. I'll tell you when it happens because I want to know your opinion on that one. This one right here. This one's way better, I feel like. So what do you think about this?
That was nice. I think it
This-
matches. Everything
yeah.
matches, and it's nice when she meets him. It's like when Ash met him. He's not aggressive.
Except, yeah, exactly. He's not aggressive. But I like those cutscenes. I've said this before. There are parts of this game that I dislike, but there are also parts I do like, and this is one of those parts that I think I like. Why? Because it isn't. It doesn't take away from the gameplay. It doesn't delay the gameplay. It's a nice little moment where the cutscene makes sense. That's a proper cutscene. The problem with Sun and Moon was the lack of proper cutscenes, but rather there was a lot of stopping.
They rushed the game.
No, not that. It was more like
But I feel
there was a lot of stopping. I mean, you might be right, but that's not really what I'm referring to. There's like stopping for interactions, and putting you into these really boring cutscenes. Like for example, the one there with Oak, right? You had those sort of cutscenes all the time. They're not even cutscenes; they're just kind of dialogues, right? And those are boring because it takes away from the gameplay and forces you into this one path. So I don't know.
It's like in Aloha when you're trying to do the camera thingy. They like force you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do anything else.
Well, that's part of
Yeah, but
essentially.
I hate
It's in the same realm. But yeah, let's continue here. So for example, right here, see, this isn't a cutscene. That's a dialogue situation, right? A cutscene, you know, it takes away control from you. Usually, it's an interactive thing. You know, it's a non-interactive thing. While these ones are interactive because you still have to press the button to make the text go. So they're dialogue option, you know, dialogue moments rather. Okay, so let's see, Pikachu. By the way, yeah, the Pokemon follow you. Now, the interesting thing is, if you have Pikachu, or if you have Let's Go Pikachu, Pikachu will always be with you. Or you only get Pikachu as an option. You can't choose any other starter. If you play Let's Go Eevee, you only get Eevee as your starter. The thing though is, if you get another Pokemon, that Pokemon will follow you if it's in the first one in your party, I think, and Pikachu will be on your shoulder. Or no, you will send it out of your party to follow you, and Pikachu will be on your shoulder, and Eevee will also be on your shoulder. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Doesn't take away from gameplay. So yeah.
It's like in.
Did he just touch you? Oh no. He was giving you a Pokédex. Okay, that's what I dislike. Why doesn't he have a Pokédex in his hand?
Wait, did you give them the Pokédex?
Yeah, look at this, right? You'll notice right here. He's supposed to be giving. Look, he's picking up the Pokédex. I know this because I read this in English, right? So I know what he's saying here. So look at this, right? This is. I don't understand how hard it was for them to just add in a model for the Pokédex. Look. Okay, I know it's a small thing. I know it's a small detail, but
one more detail. His eyes don't move. They're like in the same position.
That's another thing. That's to do with the textures in this game, right? Because they're using the same texture system from Sun and Moon, and X and Y and ORAS. They're still using the same texture system. See, other games, you know, the models are so well made that, you know, the movement of eyes, the movement of, you know, eye locks and whatnot isn't texture based, but it's model based, right? It's usually the model that handles that part of things. In Pokemon, everything is textures. The general model is static, right? It's a static model. The only thing that's like, you know, sometimes, you know, has animations to it is just the general body moving around, you know, with animations. But the actual colors and whatnot, it's all static. So your eyes in the game, on all characters, the eyes are also static, and you know, they're always in the same place, and then just kind of like, you know what I mean, like 1 second his eyes are open, and then, you know, when he gets scared, it doesn't like, you know, make an animation that his eyes go close. Instead it just instantly closes, right? You know, like it just snaps, right? The textures snap to each other, which there isn't any flow between them, which is why Pokemon looks so clunky at all times, which is not a bad thing, right? But it's just like,
I just saw this. The rival, he looks like a surfer, and he has like straps down his legs. Like straps from a swimsuit.
I guess, yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see, my phone somebody just sent something. Let's continue now. I think we got stuck too much here. Let's see. I think we can just kind of skip this because we've already pretty much done with it. Okay, that's where you see. Okay, that's where you see a little bit of a change. So notice the eyes, right? Notice the eyes. I'm not sure if So look at his mouth, right? Did you see that?
Yeah, he looks so bland.
No. Look at his mouth, right? It's a texture, and I know this is a texture based on the fact that like they did the same thing in Ultra Sun and Moon, because I messed with those files in there, and it's the same thing. It's textures. It isn't actually, you know, it isn't a model moving. It's just a texture, which is so weird. I don't know, why am I stuck on textures? Who cares?
He looks like a droid.
static. He's very static. He's very rigid. See, that's. See, so how it does that? It's so weird. It's like an anime. I'm okay with it though. I don't think it's a horrible thing. Though I do hope they kind of go away from that.
This is kind of nice.
Yeah, I do like the animations. They've been getting better and better each game. I don't think it's like bad, but I really hope for the next game that they actually make proper models with the models' mouths moving instead of the texture being the movement, right?
But think of this. They made it so you can battle people like this, but you can't battle Pokemon you want to catch.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it just putting it in?
Just lower a little bit because I think neighbors will complain.
They could put that in the place where you trying to battle Pokemon that you want to catch. And it's like if you take it down to a certain level, HP, you can catch it easier. Maybe if you put it in the green spot or yellow, you know.
That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody wants. I think that's everybody's biggest complaint, that there are no wild battles. I feel like if they kept wild battles and had Pokemon Go catching, everybody would be happy. I mean, you see what he suggested. Of course, he's heard what I've talked about in the past, but I told him specifically.
I want that. When I saw this, I want that. That's kind of smart if you think of it.
Yeah.
How can you how can you level your Pokemon now? You know, like
you just catch to level because you have an EXP share, right? It's on always. The EXP share is always on.
So I can go catch 500 Pidgeys.
You can literally just catch Pidgeys and get XP. Yeah. See, I don't know how it scales though, because I think you get less and less the lower level they are, I assume. Right? So if your Pokemon's higher level and you keep catching level 2 Pidgeys, you'll get less XP. Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's kind of fun you're battling them. Then catching them.
Yeah.
And catching them. And catching them.
Yeah, that's everybody's biggest complaint, my biggest complaint. So, here I think they show the Pokeball Plus, which you've probably seen. It's a Pokeball that's it's a controller, right?
There it is.
And here they show, how it works. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think it's too expensive. Here for us, for you and me, it's 200 kroner more than the game. And the game is 600 kroner. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm still flabbergasted about the price. That's just I'm talking about the price here. I still think the price here is ludicrous. I know in the US it's way less. It's actually less than the game in the US. But here it's expensive, dude. It's really expensive.
The funny thing is, it looks harder with the ball than the controller.
Yeah, you're right. Because I feel like with the controller you're just like this, right?
Yeah.
With this Pokeball you have to like, you kind of gotta aim. But I guess it makes it more fun because you think like, oh, I'm an actual trainer. It's a gimmick, right? It's a gimmick. It's supposed to be a gimmick, which is fine. Gimmicky shit always, has been a part of Pokemon. But whatever. I just hate the pricing here, right? That's all I'm complaining about. And also that Mew is exclusive to that thing.
Oh, I like the Brock shirt, the jacket he has. The first one he has. No,
this
it's
isn't
the second one.
Yeah, it's the second one. No, third. Sorry, yeah. Third. Yeah. No. It's the second jacket, but third season. Hoenn.
I like the Brock seasons.
Hoenn. It's from Hoenn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When he's with
May.
Yeah. And her brother.
Yeah. Okay, so we got some background animations which look fine. I really hope that they don't do just colors for all of them, but for Team Rocket, I saw that they had the Team Rocket logo, so I think we'll be fine in that regard. So let's see, Oddish, just wobbling back and forth. Fight comes in, and I'm not sure what they're gonna use right here.
Poison.
Yeah, but what poison attack is it?
I can read.
Sludge Bomb? Sludge Wave? Sludge Bomb? Sludge Bomb? I think it was Sludge Bomb. That was Sludge Bomb. Because it was a bomb, you know what I mean? It did damage.
Yeah, but
It wasn't. What?
How's the poison stat?
That's Oddish.
Yeah, but it's a poison attack and it was a sludge.
Sludge Bomb.
But it wasn't a sludge bomb. It looked like
Yeah, it looked like a fireball, you're right. What's with that? I noticed that, there are a lot of moves in this game that just don't match well. I mean, I guess you guys might recognize it better, but for me it just looks a little bit oddish. Okay. I think, yeah, that's that. He's gonna send in, Onyx, of course.
you're going to see Oddish took down Geodude and the Onyx. And it's
Yeah, the Oddish, yeah, defeated
by
both of them.
level 9.
Yeah, I know, but think about it. It's a grass type. Either way, you can also, by the way, in the first forest, you can catch Bulbasaur.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like that you can catch. I mean, I hope that's something that sticks with the games. I do like the fact that you can catch starters in the wild.
Yeah, that like
I kind of like that.
in Aloha, there's a way to catch all the second gen.
Yeah, I know. But I meant like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
without going.
the normal starters.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like petting your Pokemon. You know,
Yeah, I've done this on
similar.
some game. I don't remember which.
It's funny because when you're in Lavender Town, he gets scared when you hold him like this. He's like freaked out, and there's also the ghost behind him.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the Lavender Town ghost like behind him, which is really weird, and he's crying. It's weird.
oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, so me and him are gonna be playing through this together. So here they're going to jump over to, I think. Okay, there. That looks weird. So they're gonna show something that you guys have already seen, most likely, which I don't know if you know about it, but it's Melmetal.
Yeah, Meltan.
So you know Meltan, the thing that you and I were catching with in Pokemon Go.
So that's his evolve.
That's its evolution. This is a mythical Pokemon, by the way.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
kind of knew that.
So it's at the same level as Mew and Celebi and Shaman and stuff.
It's kind of the same level as Unknown,
No, Unknown isn't mythical.
isn't it?
I don't think it doesn't. No, it doesn't fall into that category. As far as I know. But either way, so what do you think about Melmetal?
It looks cool. One thing I don't get.
I like it. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, right? I think it's a really bad design. Like I think the body,
Is it
like
the tail? Has it a tail?
yeah, because it's like a cord, right?
Like a wire.
Yeah, a wire, cord, wire,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Wires running through a cord. But I think its design is really, really dumb, but I love it. It's like how Garbodor is a really bad design, or you know Voltorb, right?
Yeah.
It's a Pokeball, right? It's a Pokeball, but you kind of just like it, right? It's really bad design, but you just like it. Same thing with this. It's a bad design, but you kind of like it. I mean, at least I do. I love Meltan because it's cute,
like it
with the
because
eye at
it
least.
looks like liquid metal.
Yeah, it is liquid metal.
Yeah. Where it is?
Yeah, it is.
Because I like that.
Yeah, it also like corrodes all other metals and eats them.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's an awesome move, by the way, when it spins around. I like that because it reminds me of like Whirlwind and World of Warcraft. So just, you know, a little bit of an input. Here they show just more. This is double catching, right? When you're playing co-op, two of you throw.
Wait, what?
You throw together, right? So you know when we're gonna play this, you know you're gonna be playing with this one, and I'm gonna play with this one,
I get what you mean, but
and we throw
why?
together. Well, there's like excellent catch, so you get more XP. So basically, I'm gonna just say this, right? If you're playing this alone, you can level so fast. You just take both of them. You can level so fast.
But I kind of think that's for families, you know, so they can play.
Yeah, no, that's the point. That's literally the point. That's the point they gave.
Just cheat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, this can be exploited so easily. Because the character you play as isn't actually like a brand new character, it's just kind of a replica of you. So yeah, that's just like a camper girl that they're battling. And also, your Pokemon has outfits, or Pikachu or Eevee can have outfits.
Only those two.
Yeah, only those two.
Makes kind of sense.
Yeah. And this is the Go Park, right? So when you send for Pokemon Go to this game, this is where they end up.
I love that TV.
Oh yeah, you can also have Pikachu on your head, I think. Or your shoulder, I can't remember. I think it can be on your head as well. I can't
I
remember.
saw him in the show.
Fair enough. Well, there is here's the Go Park, right? You have several Go Parks. And this is where all your Pokemon Go Pokemon end up.
Oh, that's nice.
So when you send them for Pokemon Go, they come in here and you have to catch them again.
Like Oaks thing when you had Ash Pokemon.
Yeah,
And like 50 horses.
Kind of. But like basically, you have to recatch them here after you send them for Pokemon Go. You're just going. They can't escape though.
Wait, so you send them here for Pokemon
Listen,
Go?
you send them for Pokemon Go to the game here, and they end up in this hub, right? Then you have to go inside of the hub and catch them.
Okay.
Yeah. But they won't escape. Like they can't disappear from you.
So it's like level up. Get more Pokeballs.
Well, you don't get XP from this, I think.
But
You don't get XP from this because that would be exploited.
wait, do they have Stardust?
No.
So it's level.
No, but they have candy though.
Yeah, but candies. Every game has
No, not every Pokemon game. No.
candy.
I mean, you have rare candy, sure, but you don't have like candy.
Oh, you mean like the candy?
Yeah, no, you don't have that in any Pokemon game besides Pokemon Go. This game has candy for individual Pokemon, and also candy for like for it to boost speed, strength, speed, attack, special attack, defense, etc.
But I thought you meant real candy. That's what
No. And there's also a mini game which I'm not a big fan of, but you go around have to collect. So you have to have 30 Pokemon of the same kind to do this. I think no, 25 Pokemon of the same kind to do this. You go in there and you have to like get as many as possible, submit them to the bar over there, and you get points, and then you get candy for doing this. I can see this being really hard because these other Pokemon block you, right?
This looks kind of fun.
Yeah, but I feel like that's why I said it the first time I saw it as well. But I feel like this can get very boring, like very quickly. How do they zoom this out though? That's what I'm curious about. Because this looks cool, right?
That looks easier.
Yeah, that's way easier. So I wonder how that's gonna work if you can actually zoom out that easily. Because we haven't seen a single time them zooming out here, so that's something brand new they just showed. But yeah, that is the end of that gameplay. So, well, the games are coming out in literally like less than a week. So yeah, that's the end of the gameplay, guys. So if you guys saw anything new here that I haven't seen already, then hey, let us know in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. And yeah, if you guys want to see a let's play with me and him, a co-op let's play that isn't going to be us whispering, but us actually, talking normally, then let us know in the comment section down below, guys. Either way, yeah, that's my opinions. So before we leave, what do you feel about this? I mean, let's say if I wasn't buying these games, you know what I mean, and I wasn't here, and you were looking at these games on your own, would you spend $60 or 599 kroner on this?
I kind of would because it looks nice. I always like Pokemon, but it's like I'm going to buy Fallout 76 for an example. It doesn't look that nice because it's like Fallout 74, but I like it and I want to see how it is because everybody has an opinion on it, but I need to test it to see how it is. In my opinion.
The only problem with like testing is that you actually spend your money and you can't get your money back.
Except if you buy it on.
No, what I mean is, no, you can't either. You can't refund. No, you can't. You can refund on Steam, but it's not on Steam. Fallout 76, just so you know.
Yeah, I know that.
Which means you can't refund it. Actually, I think you can through Bethesda's thing, but they're a bit like. Actually, no, I think they blocked refunds. Either way, but what I want to say though is, I would say if you're buying Fallout 76, I would say don't buy it when it comes out. Don't buy Let's Go either if you're unsure about it, right? If you're 100% gonna buy it no matter what, hey, do what you gotta do. Buy the game. Nobody's gonna stop you. But if you're unsure and you don't know, if it's like 100% worth it, right? Or if it looks a little bit bad and you're not really sure about it, but you kind of want it, but you're not sure, wait for reviews. Just wait. You don't need to be playing it on day one. Just wait for some reviews, watch several reviewers, and then make your choice. I think that these games could be fun, but I think that they have problems, but hopefully my worries will be proven wrong. I'm hoping for that, and that's probably what we're gonna see, well, in like 5-6 days.
This game, I think it's fun. It looks fun. Some things are maybe could be better, some could be worse if you think of it. Some are too good, like the game thingy. I think it's kind of good, but also in a bad way, stupid.
You mean like the Pokeball?
Yeah. Because you run around and pick Pokemon, and then going. They had so many opportunities to do it better. Yeah.
That's the thing. Well, again, either way, I think that's about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and if you guys want to see more videos of me and him together like this, talking about gameplay or, you know, leaks or rumors or any of that sort of stuff, let me know, because I'd love to do it. Either way, have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.